It was the talk of the summer in Toronto. It took until late August. But the Leafs finally extended Auston Matthews. So, with no cap room left, William Nylander, a pending free agent, was the odd man out. Many debated what would happen next, but no one quite knew. Things would develop like this. We'll come back to the Big Four later, but I want to start with these two, because this year they've both gone in opposite directions, and it's opened the door to interesting debates. One of them is having a breakout season, rides the subway, and is winning over the hearts of Maple Leafs fans far and wide. The other is a bona fide game changer on both ends of the ice, but he's taken a minor step back this year. Let's rewind for a second.
I'd like to introduce Brad Treliving as the 18th general manager in Toronto Maple Leafs history.
The timing of this hire was brutal, right before the draft and free agency. You got pending UFAs, major extensions on the horizon, and no movement clauses taking hold. He signed Auston Matthews, check. But time is ticking. Nylander is gaining leverage. What do you pay him when you're already paying three other forwards $10 million each? Treliving walked into a tough situation and watched it grow into a mountain. Nylander's stock has never been higher. As I record this, he's 5th in league scoring and leads the Maple Leafs with 48 points in 34 games. Marner, meanwhile, despite another relatively consistent season, has drawn the ire of some Leafs fans. Some. There's belief he's taken a step back and puts too much pressure on himself. For background on that, here's a clip of Marner from his youth hockey days.
What are you going to tell Mom?
That we lost.
That's it?
Yeah.
Youth hockey can be tough, but that's ultimately what built him to play in the Toronto market. And yes, Leafs fans get a lot of flack for that. But you're talking about a core that's won one playoff round in 7 years. The Leafs' calling card of playoff failures probably has less to do with choking and more to do with the way this cap situation is unfolding. What's proven is this: 4 fantastic forwards and nothing else is not really doing it. So theoretically, someone has to go. But unfortunately, the most responsible scenario would require patience. The odd man out realistically should be John Tavares. Get another year closer to that contract expiration and do what you can. Meanwhile, you pay up for Nylander. If he's asking for well beyond $11 million, then you can consider selling high to fill other holes on the roster. But you don't trade players like this soon, even if you desperately need a goalie. And boy, do they need a goalie. With Joseph Wall on IR, Elliot Friedman also reporting Ilya Samsonov on waivers. And so the clock is ticking. And I leave you with one question. What would you do? For Goal Zone Hockey, this is Charlie. I'll catch you next time, and Happy New Year, by the way.